Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm going to draw Johnny from Sing 2. I'm going to start by constructing him up with some simple shapes first. So let's start with his head shape. He's got this cool shape for his head. That's where his eyes are going to sort of fit in there, and that's where his mouth is going to go. Then he's got an ear sort of here and here. Now his head is probably 1.5 times his body, so he's got a pretty tall body, but he's got really short legs, so his head's almost the same size as his feet. So I'm going to put a line down here for his feet. Okay, and I'm going to draw his jacket, where his jacket will go. So his jacket's going to come down here, and he's got a hand in his pocket. So these are his shoulders. He's got these shoulders coming out. He's quite strong. So he's got a strap jacket coming out there, and then he's got his chest coming out and then into his waist. So we're going to have a thin waist, and then he's got his legs shaped like this with his jeans, and then that's where the bottom of his jeans are. Now constructing him up like this helps get the proportions and everything looking good first. And then once we're happy with the proportions and he looks pretty good, that's when we can refine him with the outlines. Just like in my other Johnny drawing where he's in his fighting dance scene, one of my favourite scenes from Sing 2. He's got a big zipper on his jacket coming up there. Let's go up there, looking at angles of things. Sometimes I like to put my pencil vertically and horizontally just to check those angles, and that comes up and around there, that comes up and behind there. And his arms are quite long, they come right down there's one arm with his, and then his hands, you can see this hand, so I'm just mapping where that hand sort of fits in with his pants. Might just bring it back up a little bit more there. Yep, that's better. And his arm comes out to an elbow and then up and around there like that. So elbow, elbow. Okay. And he's got a bit more of a jacket sort of zip on there. Now that I've got the construction lines for Johnny worked out, it's now time to put on some details, and with this one I'm going to use a 0.1, a really, really fine pen. I'm going to start with his nose. So shape like this for his nose. And another nostril there like this, and another nostril there like that, and then he's got this shape that comes around like almost like an oval shape that comes back into there. Then he's got this shape around his face. I'm just doing it sort of as jagged lines like that because that's there. Now he's got an eye that looks like this, and another eye like that. Now inside there he's got an eyeball and an eyeball. There's a little pupil in there. It's pretty tricky to draw. Now he's got a big smile on his face. So let's draw his smile. Then that comes down like this. And then he's got some little teeth in there. Now you can see why I've drawn with a 0.1. You can draw your picture bigger if you want. And his ear, another ear, ear, ear. Now I'm just going to draw this with a bit of a line like so. And this comes, that's his cheek. Now he's got his jacket that comes around like this and then down. And then it comes around like that, back into here, and then that folds around like that. He's got a little button on here. He's got all these little seam lines as well. Go back the other way for the seam lines on his jacket. Same with here, there's some little sewing lines. Now he's got his neck of his shirt, comes down and around like that. And again, these are little lines, stitching. Then he's got his chest that comes out and then in and then back out for his shirt. Just going to bring this across here. Hope you're having fun at home drawing this cool character in Johnny. What an absolute legend. Then on his shirt he's got these cool flames. I'm going to draw sort of his shirt sort of comes like this up into some flames. And it looks like it's almost symmetrical, so we're going to try and get it similar on both sides. It's not quite exactly the same. Then there's another line across here with some more flames, but these ones are sort of coming up like this. You can make them how you want with some little bits coming off. Now he's got his zipper on his pants. You can see a little bit of his belt buckle there and a little bit of his belt. Then he's got his pants come down, then they kick out like this for the cuffs on his pants, sort of like rolled up almost. Okay. Let's do the same sort of stuff here. There's some more bumps, and then this comes around like this, and then we have some more bumps coming in. Fold lines for where that knee is. Now we have some pockets. And then we've got his shoes. Shoes are pretty tricky. Let's start with the sole of the shoe like this. And then it comes over, comes up. That's the easy part. Now it's the laces that are the tricky part. So I'm just going to put some little bits on each side. And then it's a matter of putting some zigzag, some crosses over the top. Like that. Now this side we can see the heel comes down around. This is the base of the shoe, and then he's got this white bit that comes over, and then all the laces come over like this. Put some lines there for the laces. Now let's draw his this arm. First of all, we've got to put the jacket on. So we've got his jacket with a little bit of the zipper that's hanging off there, and the zip comes up, hits in there, and then comes out for the side of his jacket. Now just do a bumpy sort of line there for the zip to make it look like a zip. This comes back in like there, line them up sort of thing. Yep. And then I'm just going to put some more sewing stitches through there. Comes out, up, and then up into there. You can have some eyebrows. Now his jacket arm. So his arm is sort of just down from his pocket. So I'm going to start with his green t-shirt bit, long sleeve shirt there, with some, you guessed it, some stitching there. And his jacket comes around like this, comes up into that there, and then he's got this part that comes up, bumps in, couple of bumps, and then comes up and around like that. And there's some stitching, there's a stitching line that comes down, bumps in and around and through there. Now let's get his thumb. There's his thumb. I'm going to draw this main finger at the front. Two. It comes up into there. And there's a bit of hair off that one. Then we've got another finger like that. And then another finger. And then his little fingers sort of pokes out there. And that's all pretty dark in through there. There's another part here that runs up. Put a little zig lines like that. Right, there's a zip here for the pocket. Bump that along there like that. This is his green part, the same as that part, but it's inside. Then he's got like a cool zip through here like this. That's actually a zip on his arm. Pretty good, cool sort of jacket. Elbow up and into his shoulder. And then this is a bit more of his jacket that comes down there. Down there, that sort of keep that in line there. Obviously there's lots more details and so forth. I'm going to go around Johnny with 0.5 just to bring him out a bit more. You have to check out my other Johnny drawing with him in the dance pose and tell me which one you like better.